10,000! And we are here. We are finally... Oh, there's a word that I want to say, but it will get me instantly banned on YouTube. We are here. We are here. So, funny story, right? I was supposed to stream this last night, and what had happened was I glanced at when Ruin was supposed to be coming out, and it was like, oh, it's coming out, it's coming out at 12 a.m. Right, so I'm like, oh, okay, I'll play Ruin when it comes out at 12 a.m. I saw people on Twitter, like on PC and PS5, they got like the Ruin sign like, hours before it actually came out. And so I'm like, oh, okay, that's a bit weird. And then 12 a.m. rolls around, and I'm like, there's no update file. And then I look at the post again. It says 12 a.m. PST, and I'm like, no! So then I look again at Steel Wool, and they're like, don't worry, Ruin will be available to download an hour before it releases if you're on PS4. And I'm like, so then I was already tired. So I'm like, okay, I'll take a nap for like until 2 a.m. It was this 12, right? And then when it starts to, I'll make sure that it starts downloading. You have to do that manually, I believe, at times. So I'm like, okay, I'll make sure it downloads. I wake up at 2 a.m. and then it says, oh, download will take 3 hours. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take another nap and wake up at 5 a.m. while charging my controller. And so I wake up at 5 a.m. and it's like, oh, the download is finished. But by then it was like, I had already napped for so long. It was like, it's just gonna be sleep now. So I just went back to sleep and it was like, alright, I'll play Ruin in the morning. And then I woke up and I had to eat. Yeah. Yes. So we are finally here to play Ruin. Yes, the title is clickbait. I will not be finding all the secrets. I've tried to stay away from all spoilers. The only thing that I know, well, okay, there are a few things that I know. You can skip until I start the game, I guess, if you don't want to hear, or if you don't know about them, right? Chances are you probably have to find this video. But if you do, hello, please subscribe, like, thanks. But I think I saw that the daycare attendant is named Eclipse. I saw that the official voice actor, Kellett, I think his name is. He posted like, oh, it's been, I've had to keep the name secret. You guys were debating it. It is called Eclipse, so I saw that. I've seen a few YouTube things. I've tried to stay off YouTube. I check, every morning to see, who's uploaded. I saw something that I recommended. I saw Scoop, and then I looked away because it said Ruin, and I saw Scoop, and I was like, ah, don't look at it, don't look at it. I don't know what it means. And then I think I saw something about Candy Cadet. That's it. I saw those two things, and I know the name of the daycare attendant. Aside from that, I know that a lot of people have been saying positive things about Ruin. I've stayed away from what the specifics were, just that it's been mainly positive. I want to try to go into this as blind as possible. Just know that I know about that Candy Cadet is somehow involved in the game. There's something about a scoop, potentially. Maybe it's a scooper. Maybe, I don't, but that's not in this location. Also, like, Candy Cadet, he is in the location that's currently on the screen right now, since that was, this Pizzaplex is built over that. But it burned down, so is it like a destroyed Candy Cadet? But like, there was a fire. So like, I don't know, I mean, whatever. Sure, why not? I mean, nothing really died in that fire anyway, except for maybe like William, if you believe that it's just the mimic and he's actually gone forever. And like Henry, I guess, maybe. Literally everyone else in that fire, except maybe Michael, if he's not in this location. even though it's kind of implied that he is. So, like, listen. I love this franchise, but Henry, like the FNAF 6 ending, Pizzeria Simulator, it was so good, and then it's kind of like, not, it's a little watered down because pretty much no one died. You're like, oh man, the puppets finally been released, and maybe Happiest Day finally takes place because the puppet was already supposed to have been released during Happiest Day with all the other souls, but then you see that the puppet's still around after FNAF 3, so then you're like, maybe the puppet can finally rest after FNAF 3, but the wires and the Nightmare on, and then you see William, and then you see he's still alive after the fire, but even if he isn't alive, it's still Glitchtrap, which means he's technically still the main villain, which means that they never really gave the spotlight to Vanny. It's just William again, which means that, and then we saw that, oh my gosh, Vanny, or Vanessa, is kind of a stand-in for Elizabeth, so in a way it's like Elizabeth isn't really gone either, kinda, maybe she is, but is she really? And then we see that the Blob is made up of Funtime Freddy, which means that Ennard is, well, Ennard's not really, is Ennard a soul? I don't know, but somehow Molten Freddy reverted back to Funtime Freddy, and he's in a blob with a bunch of other souls, and Remnant, and Agony, and they're not, so it's like, what did the FNAF 6 fire really do? What did it do? I mean, you could argue that maybe William actually died, and he's finally gone, and sure, that's nice, but what about, like, the 5 or 6 other people who were supposed to be put to rest in that fire, and have just not been put to rest? Now listen, here's my thing. If William, excuse me, if William is actually gone, amazing, right? Like, I've always wanted the series to head towards a new villain, because it's been like, oh look, FNAF 2, who's the bad guy? We don't know. FNAF 3, oh, the bad guy, he's here, he's the main antagonist, it's like a boss fight with him, he dies. FNAF 4, you don't really see him except for like a cameo, and the main boss of that game is kind of Fredbear, right? Then Sister Location is about his son, and you know, you could argue some of the previous games might have been about people who related to him, and, you know, the ending cutscene of Sister Location is about him, and you find out that Sister Location was actually a bunker under his house, and then you FNAF 6, and then, listen, William Afton, like, I like him as an antagonist villain, but also, he has overstayed his welcome so much. And, like, okay, if William is actually gone, like, great, but if the other characters keep coming back, I feel like it'll have the same effect. Like, it's kind of like, it would be like turning into a Marvel movie, where it's like, oh, look, it's the guys, it's the Michael Afton who stitched himself back together and is somehow inside Glamrock Freddy possessing him to look over the souls. It's like, okay. Like, if William's story is over, I feel like everyone's story should be over. Like, FNAF 6 was the perfect, I'll stop ranting! Let's play Ruin! What? Wait, do I have to... Oh, I'm so cooked! Oh, I'm so cooked! Okay, well, give me a second, guys. I'll be back in a few hours, probably.